Islam, Islam, Islam. Is that too much long? Let's roll with that. All right, all right. Islam, Islam, Islam. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Lafia, lafia, lafia. Peace, peace, peace. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Que pasa, que pasa, que pasa. One minute. God bless, God bless, God bless. Islam, Islam, Islam. Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. How's my divine family? How's my cosmic family? How's my spiritual family? How's my religious family? How's my national family? How's just my family? Everybody's family. We can relate in some way or some form or fashion. But time is of the essence. Okay, feeling good, feeling good. It's always good to feel good and be high vibrational. You know what I'm saying? Living your best self, being your best self at all times. Okay. Open up with the Moorish American prayer. 5 fingers on the left, 2 on the right. Feet at a 45-degree angle, heels touching. Repeat the Moorish American prayer after myself. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Amen. Arise to Allah, the author, creator, governor of the world, almighty, eternal, and incomprehensible. Allah be his sweet name. I give highest honors to his Moorish love thought prophet Drew Ali, who brought us our nationality and our divine creed in hopes that we may return back to the state of mind of our ancient forefathers, honoring the principles, highest principles known to man, the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We give honors to the forerunner of the prophet, Brother Marcus Mosai Garvey, for his many philosophies and sayings and wisdom and knowledge that he shared during his time. We give honors to past leaders of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Melia, Small Bay, Lovett Bay, and Foreman Bay. We give honors to all great Moors here, there, and everywhere for their contribution in uplifting fallen humanity. We give honors to our sympathizers, friends. We give honors to guests and all those that feel welcome, you know what I'm saying, to share in the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that we have. We give honors where honors is due, Islam. Okay. At this time, we'll be reading from Salvation, Allah, Unity, the Moorish Science Temple of America, Divine Constitution, and Bylaws. Put on some magnifying glasses. All right. Act 1. The Grand Sheik and the Chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America is empowered to make law and enforce laws. Excuse me. Yes. With the assistance of the Prophet and the Grand Body of the Moorish Science Temple of America. The assistant Grand Sheik is to assist the Grand Sheik in all affairs if he lives according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and it is known before the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Act 2. All meetings are to be opened and closed promptly according to the Circle 7 in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Friday is our holy day of rest because only Friday the first man was formed in flesh, and only Friday the first man departed out of flesh and ascended to his Father God Allah. For that cause, Friday is the holy day for all Muslims all over the world. Act 3. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. No members are put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister, because Allah is love. Act 4. All members must preserve these holy and divine laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government, because by being a Moorish American, you are a part and parcel of the government and must live the life accordingly. Act 5. This organization of the Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws and constitution of the said government, but to obey hereby. Act 6. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality in their divine creed, that they may know that they are a part and a partial of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names was given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted into 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a newer time now, and all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites, whom inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and a partial of all uplifting acts of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Then you are entitled to the name of faithful. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be industrious and become a part of the uplifting of fallen humanity. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant is from the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali through the guidance of his Father God Allah. Noble Drew Ali found the Moorish American prayer. Okay, has been read from Divine Constitution and Bylaws. It's also customary to read from the additional laws, and I still haven't found those, but I will locate them soon. Okay, matter of fact, I'll make sure I get that done today because I think I know where they're at. Okay, so we'll carry them in thought. At this time, I read from the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, divinely prepared by the noble prophet Drew Ali, by the guiding of his Father God Allah, the great God of the universe, to redeem man from the sinful and fallen stages of humanity back to the highest plane of life with his Father God Allah. Has been reading from the cover of the Quran. Okay, here we go. The obedience of children toward their father. From the secrets of Allah, let man learn wisdom and apply to himself the instruction they give. Okay. And also, I'm going to read from. I'm used to a different print. That's why. Okay, I ain't right back. Okay, so since I don't have the one-on-ones, I can't go to one-on-one. So what I do, I build on the divine constitution and bylaws. I read the law and then I break it down, according to my understanding. Okay. Uh, Again, the title or the uh, top section, salvation, Allah, unity. Salvation is what this is all about. Being saved through the divine instructions that has been handed down to us. Okay, because we are in need of saving, because we suffer from an identity crisis. Okay, we don't know who we are, and when you don't know who you are, you lost. And when you lost, it means you're in the dark. You're you're not in your right mind. You can't be in your right mind if you don't know whose mind that you're in or whose mind you have. You know what I'm saying? Or not realizing your true self. See, being lost is it's really a lonely place because there's no security, there's no confidence, there's no value. Okay, it's not like we have a group of people that's lost that don't feel lost. You see what I'm saying? So when we say they lost, it's automatic, yeah, lost because of our experiences in the society that we live in. So we need to be saved from the very conditions that we find ourselves experiencing every day, okay, and witnessing every day. Even though on the news they give you what they want you to have, you know what I'm saying, because they controlling your mind, they directing your mind, and you allowing your mind to be directed when you listen to it, when you open up to it. Okay, because whatever they say is going to have an influence on you. Why? Because you think it concerns you. That's why you listen to the news, but it don't concern you, a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? But you allow it to impact your day when you allow it to be a part of your day. you know if it's not good, block it out. You know what I'm saying? Don't entertain, don't open the door, don't allow it in, don't even cut it on. It's a tell lie vision. It tells lies. You know what I'm saying? Programs and indoctrinates you. Okay? And we don't want to be indoctrinated. We don't want to be programmed, you know? So we want to be saved from these conditions, and it takes a strong individual to be able to open up and allow some information in that results in them reflecting on self and realize and can accept, yes, this is right, this is true. Instead of being on the defense, you know, or being on guard, give yourself a chance, because to be on guard, that's an insecurity. You know what I'm saying? To be on the defense, that's an insecurity. You know, I mean, somebody has hurt you, you have been harmed, and you're now wounded. You see what I'm saying? And we've been wounded, and we ain't been healed from the wounds. Where'd you get your healing from? No, you just you chalked it up, you dealt with it the best way you could, and you kept it moving. But the thing is, we don't realize that healing needs to take place. It's very important that we get that healing. So salvation is very important here, because we got the knowledge that we do need to be saved from the very conditions that we take for granted, that I'm not gonna say take for granted, we overlook and we don't see it having any significance, because it's so normal in our life, because we've been going through and experiencing it for so long. It's like we accept it as being natural. You know what I'm saying? But that's like dead weight holding you down. You know what I'm saying? That's that trauma. You know what I'm saying? That we need to be healed from. But we have to take that responsibility to heal. We have to acknowledge that we have suffered some traumatic experiences in our lifetime, and there's traumatic energies that has been handed down from different generations that you don't even identify with yet. Better yet, your own particular personal issues and the condition that you're in now. Okay, based on what you're going through every day, based on the choices that we have damn, based on the choices we made, and which stem from the way we was raised. Okay, so it's time to self-identify. It's time to look in the mirror, look at yourself, analyze yourself, make you a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So you can get all this together. You know what I'm saying? You deserve all together. And there's ways in which we can learn from each other how we can get this together. You shouldn't have to keep suffering, fam. You shouldn't have to keep going through that pain, fam. There's remedy. It's something that we can do. We have that power, we have that knowledge, we have that ability. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, share something with y'all. My E5 family, okay? My E5 family. I went to visit some of my E5 family, and I went down there for a purpose, to go through a process, okay? Because there's stages, like in school, you start out one grade and graduate, you know what I'm saying? Well, it's a similar where there's certain levels of transformation that you go through, making decisions, the basic decision of wanting to change, wanting to live a better life, wanting to be your best self, wanting to turn over a new leaf, just some of the little innuendos that we know of to help ones relate with what I'm saying. Uh, but yeah, well, I got to a certain point of going through another phase, and when I went through that, when I went to go through that phase, I was having road rage during that time. Okay, on my way down there. Okay, having road rage. I always had road rage. Okay, uh, from issues within. Okay, and which I come to identify in itself. Because that's part of learning me and what's going on with me, and gives me what I need to figure out how to heal. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, when I went here, I went through my experiences, and when I came home, I have no road rage. I was letting people get away with doing things where I would normally take offense to, or yeah, I take offense to, and I will respond a certain way. I ain't gonna get into all that over here this time, okay? But and I didn't do that. I didn't respond that way as I was headed home, and for a long time afterwards, I seen the change. I was like, something happened. Something was released. You know, uh, how else can I put it? Uh, I was free up within myself based on, I'm gonna say, the laying of hands, the sharing of knowledge, the experiences, the energy of the Most High, of our Lord Amari, of Allah, of Jah being present, and my ancestors' energies being called and them being present. You know what I'm saying? See, that right there alone, the ancestors. A lot of y'all don't know y'all ancestors. A lot of y'all don't know that your ancestors are alive because you don't know what it means to be alive. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't understand that we are spiritual beings and we cannot die as spiritual beings. But we're spiritual beings in a physical body. Okay? Having a human experience. We have to understand that to understand what's going on. And what really goes on when the spirit leaves the body. See, we start out spirit, okay? We came in the body, and we're going to leave the body. We was in the body for a period of time. To understand who you are. And this is part of self-identifying because we've been beat down in so many ways, on so many levels, that we're buried deep in quicksand. And we live in quicksand thinking that this is supposed to be this difficult. It's supposed to be this hard to breathe. It's supposed to be this hard to survive. And it's not, fam. We've been lied to. We've been tricked. We've been hoodwinked. Okay? So my point is that there's so much that I have learned in Christianity, okay? And I continue to learn. There's so much I learned in Islam, okay? It's so much I've learned in Islam from more science perspective, okay? There's so much I learned about Islam from the Nation of Islam perspective. There's so much I've learned about the Hebrew Israelites perspective. You know what I'm saying? And the many other Catholic, the Nation of Gods and Earth, Ephah, what else is it? Eastern teachings, etc. My point is this: when you open your mind, you open up a whole new world. You know what I'm saying? When you open your mind, you open up yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because the world is a reflection of you. The greatness that you see in the world comes from you. It was created from within, from the spirit. Spirit creates all things. Okay? It creates the mental and it creates the physical. When we understand these things, we can see life from a different aspect, and we don't have to see it from being in quicksand, from being abused and disrespected and devalued. Because it's important to have a sense of confidence, okay? It's important to have a sense of value. You know what I'm saying? It's important to have a sense of worthiness. And a lot of us, we don't have it. We don't have enough that keeps us going in life, okay? We don't have enough that's going to get us over the hump, a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? Even though we end up making it. But we barely making it because of our insufficiency of knowledge. And we have time every day to acquire some knowledge. Our values and priorities are messed up. We put too many things before things that shouldn't be neglected. You know what I'm saying? So we got to learn to switch up our priorities in order to get our lives together, which we got to stop trying to mimic and be like other people, because we're not other people, we're different. But we never been taught our difference. We never have been given the opportunity to learn what makes us different and what's the true value of ourselves, our culture, our religion, our God, our nationality, our language, you know, our ways, and not just as a people, a Moorish people, you know what I'm saying, but as spiritual beings. So that's a whole new being right there, because that's the essence of the culture, you know. The culture comes from the spirit, which is the source of all things. So there's so many aspects of ourselves that was denied us. Remember, I just shared in the previous video about that movie, The 13th Floor. They created a world within a world. You had a world in spirit, and they came and deceived you and created a world, a mental world, and then created another world within that world, which made it a physical world. And that's the one you've been caught up in. That's the one we been caught up in. You know what I'm saying? But some of us coming up out of that, has came up out of it. They came up out of that physical into the mental because they start thinking, they start reading, they start learning, they start comprehending. You know, they allow that light to shine in their life. They ain't just talking the talk, but they walking the walk. They doing it, they being it, they living it from within to the out. You know what I'm saying? You can't show like you're a new being and then start to feel like you're a new being. You know, it don't work that way. You got to feel it. Because if you start out faking, guess what? You got to maintain that image of fakeness. So as long as you put forth the work to do that, you can't put forth the work to be let come from your heart. Learn to be sincere. Now you got to put down that false image and stop pretending. And the pretending is what the majority of people are doing on a daily basis. That's pretending. And the reason why you're pretending is because you're participating within a system that's a pretender. It's not real. Hey, now y'all say, man, this man went nuts. What did he just say? It's not real, fam. So you got to do that research too. What are corporations? Corporations ain't real. People create corporations. You know what I'm saying? Even governments. Who create governments? People create governments. What about laws and policies? Yeah, people create laws and policies. Okay? People create all things. And that's the key that I want you to catch. Where your power lies. You know what I'm saying? What it is you've been looking for this whole time. In everything I just mentioned, there's one commonality that you ain't seeing. People. The power is with the people, not with the corporations, not with the government. You know what I'm saying? Not with anything that the people created. You know what I'm saying? You are the power until you understand you are that power. You're going to stay lost. But you can't understand that you're that power until you begin to understand who you are. Self-identify. Once you self-identify, your whole wealth comes to you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your birthright. Know your birthright. You know what I'm saying? So you can have your rights. It's not complicated. And look, all that came out of salvation. Okay? Everything I just said came out of one word off of this document right here. Salvation. And I ain't even got into the acts. I'm still going over the top. There ain't no power in this, man. If you're listening, you feel the power. You know what I'm saying? Because not what they said, knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? It is powerful. No, let me say this. The reason why knowledge of self is powerful is because the knowledge you gaining, which is of self, is powerful. It means you're powerful. Because as you begin to study yourself, you become powerful. You actually connect with your power. Okay? Especially if your God is powerful, you got to be powerful. But if you're not feeling powerful, it's because you don't have what it is that your God wants you to receive. It's because you ain't been seeking. So you got to start seeking. All right. The next word on here is Allah, okay, which is expressed in the eye, okay. It's a brown eye, okay. Yeah. And the pupil, not the white part. I think I don't know the difference between the white part and the black as far as the title, but the dark part, okay. If you look close enough, that's brown too. It appears to be black, but it's brown, okay. Now, you probably wonder why I emphasize that. It's because a lot of times we allow the devil, I'm gonna call it the devil, because the devil is an energy. You know what I'm saying? It's an energy. Same way truth is an energy. You got to understand, we are energy. That's why we're so powerful, because energy is powerful. Okay. And when you see yourself as an energy, because it's the life force that's within you, okay, when you see that, then you understand that the energy has the option, depending on how you direct it, it can go in a positive or it can go in a negative. It can go to the right or it can go to the left. It can go high or it can go low. Okay? It's energy, which you have control to direct. It depends on who's controlling your mind. What thought is running your mind? What energy has taken over your mind? Is it a positive energy or is it a negative energy? Is it a high vibrational energy or is it a low vibrational energy? But you are the conductor. You get to decide at the end of the day which one is going to control. But you're not mindful that you have that kind of power over yourself. But that's why I'm sharing it with you. You have this power. You are the conductor once you go in and begin to experience how your mind works. And the only way you're going to be able to do that if you start reading the things that's associated with the mind. And I told y'all before, it's been a long time, so I get to tell you again. This is a very, very powerful book, okay? And it's thin. It ain't thick. It ain't a lot of pages. You know what I'm saying? It was prepared that way for us because we were programmed not to read. That's why we have the inclination to not wanting to read, not wanting to pick up a book, not wanting to read, research anything. Because they made us lazy by constantly telling us that we was lazy, but manipulating us and at the same time having us do all the work. How in the hell we gonna be lazy? We doing all the work. You should, you know what I'm saying? See how they mess with our minds to where we end up continue to do it. You know, we make everybody rich, but we wonder why we ain't rich. See how we just didn't figure that out, which is right there, because you keep spending your money with everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody else is rich. That's why everybody got something and you don't. You ain't investing in you. Why? Because you don't have control over your mind. Because you don't know who you are or your power. Because if you did, you wouldn't keep doing the things that you're doing. You would start to work on reversing, doing the opposite. You know, that's reform, that's transformation to get away from that which been harming you all this time. You can't stay around the same energy or people or conditions or situations or cities or locations that harmed you if you're trying to be healed, if you're trying to do better, be better. It's got to change, right? That's what all this is. It means change. You can't stay the same. You have to change. You have to evolve. You have to improve. It means you have to invest your time and energy and your attention towards that which you want. It's not complicated. We just make it complicated. Let me speak on this because it's obvious and I know it's probably crossed some people's minds. And I'm coming to learn it because I have to acknowledge it. It's no question that I'm a blessed brother or gifted brother. Okay? I am gifted. I'm gifted with a great deal of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. But the only reason I'm gifted is because I took my time, I took my attention, and I focused it towards what I wanted. And I want it better. I want it better. So I knew I had to do something different. I had to do something that I wasn't used to doing. And that was read. Start picking up a book. Because from a book, you're going to obtain an ideal. Because all the book is going to do is remind you of what's already in you. It's going to allow you to reconnect. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it depends on what book you pick up. You know what I'm saying? Because you are so magnificent. You are so vast. You are so complicated but simple. But I say complicated in the sense that you're incomprehensible. You can't be really figured out completely. You that complex. You know, you like technology. Because technology comes from you too. Okay? That you have to start somewhere. Pick an aspect of yourself because there's so much about you that's wonderful. Pick one to start studying. And then let the spirit guide you to where you need to go. And over time, you get greater, you get greater, you get better, you get better, you advance, you increase, you improve in all aspects of your life. But that's because you made that one decision, that one right decision to discover yourself. So you can't lose with you. You see what I'm saying? You can't lose with you. You can only gain. So stop investing elsewhere and start investing in you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got for y'all, fam. This is in a Sunday school. I can go on and on, but other things I got to do, other important aspects of myself. You know what I'm saying? That I get to go and enjoy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we want to find. We want to find things we enjoy to do. Enjoy, excuse me, enjoy doing it. Enjoy doing and just do it. And through doing it, ooh, you get that reward. What was that word I was looking for? It's like an abundance coming, like a euphoria. You know what I'm saying? You get that euphoria. You know, you get that relief, and that's what you look for when you know you done your best self. You put out your best self, and you feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? That's worth discovering. You know what I'm saying? That's worth finding. That's worth establishing. That's worth being. All right, fam. Peace, love, and happiness. I ain't gonna rush. I'm gonna close with divine warning. Divine warning by the Prophet Noble Joe Ali. Prophet warns all Muslims, governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at European. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be a severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive the reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the laws laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn their card and button, cease wearing the turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Jew Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet in the temple. This is everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways by order of Prophet number 12. Peace, family. Have a great day. Uh, as always, I pray that my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding has been in some way inspirational, motivating, or encouraging, or inspiring, if I ain't already said it, to you, okay, in one way, fashion, or form. Okay. So enjoy the rest of y'all day, y'all Sunday, and keep love on your mind, keep peace on your mind, keep or stay high vibrational. You know what I'm saying? Because you deserve the benefits that come from that. Peace, family. Have a great one.